Oh.
Right, you told us the channel you're playing on, but what time slots were you going to play on?
It's mainly going to be peak times. That's why the prices are quite expensive. So by playing on peak times, I think we'll get to a larger audience because a lot of people will be watching the channel at the same time.
And then on Channel 5, we did decide on having some in the morning because of, so like the soap, like Neighbours? Yeah, Neighbours was going to be showing it around that time. So we thought, why not put it there and people may get hungry and might want to buy it for lunch.
Back to your advert. Can you talk me through how many people are you having in your advert?
We thought about having less than 10 people because we don't want it to be too crowded and we don't want to spend too much money on the actual chocolate product because it's pretty expensive for a chocolate.
And they're mixed boys and girls?
Yep.
And age range, are they all the same age?
They'll be mixed as well.
Yeah, from around 16 to 25 because we don't want to show it to younger audiences.
Yeah. I think me and Sir both agree about your locations. Why have you picked the school?
Because we do have a field here as well, and we do have open grounds, so we can do it here. And it's a controlled space, so there won't be people during lessons, and so we don't get distracted.
And are you just outside filming?
Yeah.
So where does a table come into it? Because you mentioned a table earlier. Is there?
We thought of like, there's an advert that we've seen where you push a button and a whole dramatic scene happens. I think it was promoting James Bond. Yeah, so we thought, why not get some shots of us travelling with like a folding table, which is quite lightweight, and setting it up. So we want to have a feel to it where it's...
And also, it's going to also help with the feel of the thing, where the impact happens with the chocolate orange and the actual table, so we get more sound effects. Also, one thing we're thinking about is using an easel instead of an actual table, so it's more high and people can throw it more directly and put a target on there as well.
The only thing is, you say that it's a Vine, so other people can copy it and do it, and nobody's going to bring a table out with them, or an easel.
They could possibly throw it at a wall, but it depends on...
But we just don't want to show it inside a house in case, if they're, let's say, our age, they'll get in trouble by their parents.
Exactly, we don't want stuff breaking around the house.
We don't want to be like responsible for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to jump in with some points regarding audience here. What is your target audience in terms of age, your primary target audience?
We're aiming at 16 to 25, that's with the brief as well.
Absolutely.
And with our actual research, they said it was 25 plus, which was kind of weird.
You answered the question, part of the question that I needed to have answered. What percentage, what proportion of your target audience goes to school?
Say about...
It was 30%, that's our questionnaire. So.
Yeah, that's my point. So don't film in school. 2 reasons. Number 1, it doesn't fully meet the brief. And secondly, when we're marking it, it shows a lack of ambition. So we would do away with that. Now, I have a list of questions right down there, but I have one more pressing one. Can you talk me through what actually happens in your advert? Because I will tell you what my impression was, and from what you've just said, I don't know if you think the same, Miss, but it's not what I thought it was. My impression was that yours was going to be a collection of Vine-like videos with a pack shot at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Then you talked about lots of more advanced techniques. So you showed, say, the slapping video, which says to me that it is a Vine-esque video. Is that the style that you're going for, or is it set it up like the Walker's Crisps type thing with the raccoon crisps? You know the advert I'm talking about? Is it that, and then people come along and have a go?
Yeah.
Which one is it that you're going for?
It's your second option.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have some cinematic shots of like the line and stuff, and then they throw
We
it.
were actually thinking about... our first initial idea was your first idea. We're going to have like an amateur type footage and put it together, but then we thought...
More professional.
Yeah, we'll go a bit more professional and get more people to do it at the same time. So there'll be a table here, they can come and pick one up and then throw it, and we'll throw it in slow motion at a dramatic effect.
I don't know what you think, Miss, but I actually think you actually lose a lot of the really nice stuff about it by going down the more produced route. What do you think, Miss?
No, I agree. And if you're going to use like camera phones and stuff, then it'd be nicer to stick to the Vine kind of idea.
If I were you, I would have 5, 6, 7. I would get 5, 6, 7 people to do it, and I would just get. I would say, right, take this home. I want you to destroy it in the most creative way possible, and give it to 10 different people, and then pick out and just to your friends. Take it home and do it however you want to do it, and then have a pack shot on the end, which is shot professionally, maybe just against a wall or something like that, where it's held in place, and then the end of the pack shot would just be somebody comes in and just smashes it whilst it's in the box. That's what I think that to me would
your
work.
idea is too
Complicated in a way.
yeah.
Yeah, simple. Keep it simple. If you get that done right with some exciting music over the top of it, and then you have somebody saying like, "This is my Orange Smash challenge," and then they bam smash it off their head, make a terrible job of it. As many different things as you can. To me, that's a more engaging product. That's a more engaging advert.
Okay.
But I think what you guys need to do is have a really clear storyboard idea as to what it is, what the plan is to get people to go do it, and then send off people that you know to just do that, just to smash it in as many interesting ways as they can.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Now you can fake that. You can direct it and say that we want you to do this one, we want you to do this one, we want you to do this one, or you can just say to your friends, and you could do it for real and say, just go and destroy it in the most interesting ways possible. But I would do the former. I would say you tell them what you want them to do. But I think the idea of having it in lots of different locations, like in bedrooms and wherever else, I think that adds a lot of authenticity and really buys into the idea of people imitating it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
All right. Okay. Have you got all your questions, Missy?
Yeah, the only one was about if there's enough time to refilm it, but if you're doing that, then
Yeah.
you won't need to.
Okay. You use the words, one of you, I can't remember what it was, used the word durable. Why is it important for this advert that the product is durable?
I mean, if you're gonna smash the actual pieces, you don't want it to go into too many pieces, so you just want the orange to split into the different segments, which
People
can
may
be
think
shared.
that, oh, it's in the bag, and the bag's quite heavy. You may think, oh, it's just going to break. What's the point of buying it?
Okay. Right, there's a question here about the first person shots. I think we'll get rid of that. If you were going to use music on this advert, which I think you should, what kind of vibe would you be going for?
We'll go from like
An upbeat type of song.
a slow. It goes slow and then it goes upbeat as well. So that when they're actually throwing it, it will be slow, and then it keeps going up, and then when it impacts, that's when the upbeat part happens.
So it's like a cut to the beat type
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. And what genre of music would you use?
For electro kind of.
Yeah, something that's really upbeat and doesn't make the audience really.
Which usually just starts slow, which is
Okay.
electro.
I would give you another idea. I know this might sound an odd idea, but I would tell you to consider using classical music, because I think that could add again another layer of humour to it. So if you have like a waltz, da 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 da, because it's got good like flow to it. So you could have somebody saying, "This is my Orange Smash," da da, and then smash it wherever they smash it. Again, I would say with the camera language, just a piece of advice, but keep it single camera when they're filming it. So do film it on mobile phones and just one shot, the same as that slap thing that you had.
Okay.
Okay. Will your ads, because I wasn't 100% sure on this, be on before the watershed or just after the watershed?
Before, because it doesn't really contain any sort of violence, so it's something that's fun and anyone can watch it.
That's fine. A general question I've asked everybody: are all the sources that you use to research this logged in your
Research logs.
your research logs?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, how will the older segment of your audience relate to your product from this advert?
That's something that we thought about. When we planned our actual advert, we were thinking about they can throw it as well, but if they miss, it's fine. It's part of the whole.
Fun as well.
Yeah, it's part of the fun in making the advert.
We don't want anyone to be humiliated in the advert, so that we'll obviously ask them, we show them it as well, would you want this in it? Because if they say no, then we can't put it in either.
Yeah, so we kind of get their permission to put in.
Okay, I'll ask the question again. your advert requires a certain level of internet literacy. Would that appeal to the older part of your audience? So a certain ability to use the internet and be familiar with Vine. Would that appeal to the older part of your audience?
I mean, some old people might have seen it, but I don't think a lot of old audiences will use the internet. They'll be more old-fashioned, so.
Some might not find
But
it.
how does it appeal to them then?
Well, I think we can keep it as a luxury product as well, because when they get gatherings and stuff, they can have as a snack or actually a luxury product. And they can
How does your advert do that?
Well, in a way, I think it can be a snack or a luxury product because we're using the slogan "smashing it to pieces," so that can be as a snack, so they're going to smash it and eat it, or that's something that we can enjoy. I think we can possibly put another segment in the actual advert to show it's a luxury product. Someone sitting down and just enjoying it, so everything's upbeat right at the end. We can have a person sitting down and just enjoying the chocolate instead of smashing it for themselves.
Good. Okay. How did your primary audience research influence your idea?
Well, we had our basic idea was just throwing the chocolate, and then in some of the questionnaires, I think about 6 of them, people did say Vine, and they thought of it as of SmackCam, and there was another, I forgot what it was they said when they just punched them as well, or something like that. And then, so we thought more along to that, because of their what they said, and they're the ones who will be buying it mostly.
Yeah, most people did say females as well in our target audience, 25 plus females, but we thought it's going to be kind of biased if we just aim at females. And most of their adverts had females in it, and there was no male actors except the Indiana Jones one. So by having it, we're going to...
And then we asked another question linked to that. How is it more female oriented or male oriented? And they mostly said Dawn French.
Okay. How is your advert going to establish your product as being different to your competitors?
Throwing it, the durability of it. Because
Yeah.
Matchsticks and Kit Kat, they break. Kit Kat, yeah, it's just the way they're made is to break and eat. But Matchsticks isn't like that.
This is more of a physical way of eating the chocolate.
Yeah.
You get to smash it, you get to have fun with it before you actually do it, instead of just opening the wrapper and just eating the
Just
chocolate.
get some anger as well. Because some people eat chocolate for comforting, so it's actually...
Which of the previous ads relates to your ad the closest?
The 2010 one, which was a relaunch when the little kid was just smashing it with his toy and the guy with the shoe.
Yeah, we've got the slogan aspect from there and the intertextuality from the Indiana Jones.
So that
what we
we're
relate
thinking
to.
of it, we're relaunching something that's already been relaunched, but in our own take to be for this generation.
What's your line of appeal?
A solution to a problem, we'll say.
Yeah,
Because
that's the main thing.
from having Terry's Orange ourselves, it is hard to break. Like, you have to have some force into it, so just throwing it. That's the solution to it.
And what emotional response are you trying to elicit from your audience?
I mean, something like a chocolate, if you have like a stressful day, you can come home, relax. Instead of doing that, you can just throw it so you can get some of your day's stresses out, and you can actually enjoy the product properly.
And we want people like, to smile in it as well, that they're having fun as well. It's
Okay.
a bit of a mixture.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Done, gentlemen. Thank you very much.